Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. In this how to play video, I'm going to take a look at Miracle Rogue. It's also sort of a farewell video because nerfs are coming soon, and in this particular deck, Cold Blood is going to be nerfed to cost 2 mana, which probably makes it too weak to be used. And it also means that you're going to lose a ton of reach, because this deck really strives on plays like Firefly Cold Blood, deckhands charging with Cold Blood to finish the game, Leroy Cold Blood, doing Myras to draw a bunch of cards, getting deckhand and Cold Blood, or just getting some Cold Blood for your existing minions from there. So it might also be a farewell to this particular Miracle Rogue build at least. This particular Miracle Rogue build is the same as Hot Me Out used at the America's Winter Playoffs, but it's a pretty fun build. I still enjoy playing it. It does not use Gadgets and Auctioneer for draw. Instead there is the Myra's Unstable Element, and there is a Raiding Party. And Raiding Party is able to draw Shadow Blade with the combo effect, and then it draws 2 Pirates. And there are overall 5 Pirates in this deck. There are 2 Southsea Deckhands, 2 Red Corsairs, and a Captain Greenskin. And all of these have nice synergies with each other, because often you can do a Raiding Party, and you really love to prep a Raiding Party, by the way. Getting that for 0 mana is so awesome. And then you might have some mana left over to play like deckhands, or if you have mana left over to play Shadow Blade, then Shadow Blade makes the Dread Corsairs cost just 1 mana, so you can get a big tempo swing with those. Or if you can greenskin your Shadow Blade, give it 4 attack, then your Dread Corsairs become free. So the ability to draw that weapon and those pirates is quite central to maintaining tempo with this deck. Ultimately, Rogue is about tempo. You are never going anywhere near fatigue. Well, the nearest you're going to go to fatigue is when you Myras yourself, and you do that on regular basis. Myras is an incredible card. You want to use it as often as you can. Use it to dig for lethal, use it to get a refill. Typically you can take a couple of turns off that fatigue damage, especially against slower decks, so that you have time to set up all the cards that you're able to draw with that, and use those resources to end the game. In addition to those Pirates and Myras type of plays, this deck also features Falderai Striders, so you get to shuffle some spiders into your deck. And there's also a nice thing that you can do, because you can shuffle those spiders into your deck before you play Myras, in which case you might get them on the board. You don't get them on the board if you overdraw them. So if there's still plenty of cards in your deck, and you already draw your hand full, you have 10 cards, the rest of the cards are going to be burned, including spiders. Whereas any spiders that you draw before you reach that 10 are immediately summoned. But you can also sometimes do Falderai Strider after you play Myras, in which case you're guaranteed to get 3 spiders on the board the following turn. So there are lots of these sorts of plays available for Miracle Rogue player. And it's also sometimes very difficult to make sense of, okay, which is the higher percentage play? Chance to get some spiders now, or guaranteed to get 3 spiders later. Also remember that the spiders do not prevent fatigue. You will still draw an empty card, or try to draw a card. You will still take the fatigue damage, the same as usual. In addition to the pirates and the spiders and the Cold Bloods on Leroys and Southsea Deckhands, there's also Henchklantucks in this deck, and Henchklantuck is obviously a very strong 3-drop. If you can get that Henchklantuck down on 3, keep hitting face with your dagger, Henchklantuck grows. Just a very powerful tempo play. And there's more, there's also Edwin Van Cleef in this deck. And because this deck is a spell-heavy deck, remember the part about Preparation Raiding Party, and there's backstabs and all sorts of stuff, so you can actually build a huge Edwin. And this deck is quite weak against aggressive decks, but one of your best ways to beat an aggressive deck is actually to make a huge Edwin very early and just punch them in the face faster than they can punch you in the face. That is a time-tested recipe of Miracle Rogue that was used to beat aggro mages already a long time ago. This deck doesn't feature any hard removal, there's no Vilespine Slayers in this one, but there are 2 copies of Sap, and Sap is a very interesting card, because Sap is all about tempo. You basically set back your opponent's turn. If they spent their turn playing a huge minion and you sap it, you nullify that entire turn from them. And it's really one of the key decisions on when to use that sap, when to hold on to the sap. If you anticipate that taunt minions might be coming that would then prevent you from killing your opponent, then you might want to sap them. And sometimes you want to sap something in order to protect your board, so that they will be able to hit more next turn. Just a very flexible and great card. This particular build also includes 2 copies of Fan of Knives. It's an anti-token card, good against stuff like Odd Paladin. But to be honest, I find Odd Paladin a very tough matchup regardless, even with the Fan. But it can give you some more play against various tokens. So, overall, to sum this all up, you want to go for tempo. Tempo is the way you win games. You don't win games by going for a very long game. You win games by gaining tempo advantage. But how you do that? There are so many ways. There's the Firefly on 1, into Flame Elemental Coldblood on 2. There's the huge Edwin, there's the Henge Clan Tug, there's the multiple Dread Corsairs play, there's the Faldorai Strider and then try to draw into those spiders. There's the spend as many cards as you possibly can and then Myras so that you have more cards that you can spend. Lots of ways. So depending on your draws, there are many ways for this deck to win. It is a Miracle Rogue, so sometimes you also draw that double backstab, double preparation, double cold blood hand, and you can't do anything. But that kind of goes with the territory. As for the mulligans with this deck, there are actually quite a few desirable cards, because Raiding Party and Myras, you always want to keep these. They both allow you to get a lot of tempo in the mid game. You also always want to keep a Henge Clan Tug, that is just so powerful. After those 3, it starts to depend a little. In most cases you want to keep a Firefly. And you absolutely want to keep a Firefly together with a Cold Blood, if it's a slow matchup for example. And if you're facing an aggressive deck, then actually your best possible hand is typically cheap or free spells and Edwin Van Cleef. But you don't just keep preparation unless you already have that Edwin. One more case where I would also keep preparation is if you have a raiding party already, because that prep raiding party is such a great play and it instantly replenishes your hand. And if the matchup is a little bit slower, then Faldorai Strider can also be a good keep, because that can give you that constant value from those spiders. And if you need to defend against aggression, in some cases you want to have a backstab. Against something like an Odd Paladin you want to have a Fan of Knives. So there are lots of ways that you can do things in the mulligan with this deck. If you enjoy this content, then please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more. And now, let's go take a look at Miracle Rogue in action. I think I'm mulligan like this. Tug is a nice card. I like tugs. Kind of expecting a Megatune Warlock, but we'll see. Oh, it's that new discard build. Okay, I'm probably fine with that. Let's just dagger up for now. I have multiple paths from here. I can do like coin deck and Edwin type of things. Or I could build a tug. Now I can build a really big Edwin. But I think I want to build a really big Edwin. Okay. Let's go. Prep. The Fan. Then play a Southsea deckhand. Add coin. Edwin. I can use my dagger to kill that, and the deckhand can already start going face. Now we build a 10-10 Edwin. And then we're about to find out whether there's an answer to this. Silence, obviously, is one of the ways to answer that. Voodoo Doll. Voodoo Doll Dark Pact would answer that. That can delay it from getting to face. I'm unhappy. Make this a Faldorai Strider turn. Edwin goes down to 7 health. It's probably quite fine at 7 health still. I don't want to sap chain gangs. Sapping chain gangs is bad. But I do need to take the trades here. Okay. So it went down to 7 health, which makes it a little bit more vulnerable. Because now double buffed Spellstone, for example, can kill it. Well, I suppose I will need to trade with the Falderai Strider. Now I have not been able to push as much damage as I wanted to. But now of course we are getting to positions where Hellfires and stuff can do things. Hi Jay. Come on, when this top decking ends? How long can this top decking go on? If I sacrifice the rest of my board, I could get the Henchclan Tug through. But I can't really sap the Saronite Chain Gangs. Getting Henchclan Tug through, he has not hurt himself yet, but he could hurt himself and then... better than having a board that dies to Hellfire. I guess it might be. So we'll try that. I'll trade these over there, this one over here, and Henchclan Tug goes to face. Let's try this approach. And it's complete opposite of anything that I want to play. So no, I'm not really interested.
Here we go.
We try, but it's starting to look pretty bad. So by the time those changes affected rank 5 meta is around 4 months from now, at the earliest. $10, $11, 11 plus 3, 14. I've got 14 damage here. There are multiple lethal outs. 7 plus 4. 7 plus 4, 11, 14. There are multiple lethal outs here. Let's just draw them. I did not draw any of those lethal outs, by the way. That is somewhat upsetting. Okay, I didn't manage to draw any of the lethal outs. I messed up this turn. I needed to Cold Blood. I absolutely needed to Cold Blood there. But I was trying to bait a Void Lord. So I win anyway. Whew. I think I'll give this a try. Let's see. I find a Strider. That's great. I've only found Strider in a couple of games and I have not found the spiders at all. So it's prep raiding party. And I'll play the deckhand out there too. Okay. Deckhand challenges the Firefly. Just stagger up and kill one of these. Alright, alright. More tokens. Completely as expected. These Cold Bloods are not doing me any favors though. I'll go into Falderai. Okay. I haven't thought about it, and I don't think it's useful to think about any of the deck decisions right now. Not until the things change.
Here we go.
I want to get rid of that Witch's Cauldron. I want to get rid of it now. Okay. Now he could play Fungal Mancer though, which is very annoying. But maybe he doesn't have it. Oh, come on! This game has been absolute disaster now.
Blood and plunder. Blood and
Here we go.
I don't know. Of course, I'm not playing a powerful deck, and that is the core problem. I could be playing a better deck, and then I would be able to get better results. So that's still the core issue here. But these are like completely ridiculous stuff. He just meant to have double Corridor Creeper in hand and a Witch's Cauldron and a Purifier Small. Like what?
Here we go.
I just don't even know. It's impossible to beat these draws that my opponents have every game. He had a Vine Cleaver on curve too. Using the Fan of Knives. Fan of Knives right now doesn't do much. He has one random Shaman spell, he has one Flame Elemental, then he has one more card, but he has the Vine Cleaver. So I can't use the Fan yet. Fan has to be used next turn. I can play a couple of minions on the board.
Here we go.
I can hit into the air. Do some preparatory work. In case he doesn't happen to have Fungal Mancer or Stormwind Champion among these cards. Then there's of course the Shaman spell, and there is the Flame Elemental. But if he can't buff these up, then that would mean that I can simply fan and start getting results that way.
reporting for duty.
Okay, I need to backstep there. Then I need to fan this board. I can Shadow Blade this one down. But it does not look like I can survive this Vine Cleaver anyway.
I will silence their screams.
Yeah.
Reporting for duty.
I have a very difficult time finding my spiders. Well, let's see about this Priest game. Well, at least I should be able to beat Priest, right? Priest is the class that I should be most capable of beating. Falcon, what is your favorite archetype? That would be Control, but Control has been dead for months now, so I can't play any of my favorite decks. Alright. Let's see about this Priest. So I didn't think it was necessary, but maybe you're right. Maybe it should be. I mean, I have the Twitch cheers, of course, and I get around $5 a month from those. $5 to $10 per month from Twitch cheers. So that doesn't really showcase a huge demand for donating. Control player as well. Yeah, Control is nice. I like playing Control. But Blizzard completely killed it with all the combo decks that they have introduced over the past couple of expansions. So it's just impossible to play it anymore. Jay, subscribed. Prime, thank you so much for your support. I truly appreciate that. Alright, tug time. Tug life. What can we do? I mean, it's probably going to be OTK Priest. Aren't they all? But he shouldn't have an answer to this immediately. But yeah, perhaps I should have just switched decks as Scarlet proposed. I'll try this. I mean, if he coins Mass Hysteria, these don't kill each other. The Thug has more health, so it doesn't die. And he can't coin Mass Hysteria and something like Holy Smite. If I play another Falderai Strider, then there will be some chance for Mass Hysteria to clear. So I probably don't want to play another Falderai yet. Well, Tug will get back to 5 health next turn. Do I want to Raiding Party? Clean up some of the deck. Do I want to save Prep for Myras? Do I think Prep Myras is going to give me lethal at some point? But then I don't draw the Shadow Blade. I kind of want to draw the Shadow Blade in case his plan for next turn is to play Ziliax. Because then I want to Shadow Blade the Ziliax. So I think I'm going to prep the Raiding Party. It'll be 6. If I play another minion, there's a chance that he can get a board clear with the Mass Hysteria. But I don't want to give him that out. I think this is a better line. I also didn't want to equip the Shadow Blade yet, because if his answer is to play Ziliax, then I will Shadow Blade the Ziliax next turn, after it loses the Divine Shield, so he doesn't get additional healing from that. That's the current plan. Thanks, Cordello. There's the Ziliax. And Ziliax is going to kill that one. Yes, I know. I know all about it. And then I will play a Shadow Blade. So I will make myself immune, so that when I hit into Ziliax, he does not heal up. And then I can push this 7 to the face. But then what? He can resurrect the Ziliax potentially next turn. So I could have a Dread Corsair that takes the hit from the Ziliax. Well, that's not good enough. Both Cold Bloods are still in the deck. I think I can play a Firefly here. I think this is an acceptable state. He could also coin Psychic Scream. And I don't want to have too much stuff out here that he can just scream back into the deck. Now I can't play the Tug and the Falderai, because that would give him a way to clean this up with a Mass Hysteria. But I can and will play the Tug, right? Yes, Tug is a growing threat. And I will hit him in the face, like this. Then I can play a Flame Elemental. He already used 1 Spirit Lash. I'll play Flame Elemental Firefly and I will dagger up. Let's do a board like this. He can resurrect Ziliax still only once. He can't play 2 Servitudes yet this turn. Oh no, now if he can resurrect Ziliax... Oh, Holy Smite Mass Hysteria. I did not play around that one. Fair enough. And I have 3 here, so I would need another 6. So if I prep my Myras, I would need to draw Cold Blood deck. Yeah, it's pretty unlikely that I can actually draw the lethal. I need to get at least a couple of pieces, and I won't get many cards because my hand is so full. So I probably want to play the Falderai Strider here. And I can play the Flame Elemental too.
Here we go.
And hit him in the face and dagger up. I believe this is the line. So we keep something on the board. Now he could, if he has double servitude, he could resurrect 2 Jalexanders. But all he has is another Scream. So I have 3 here, and I need another 5. So I still need to draw 2 pieces. There are 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 6 cards in the deck out of 25. I have 6 cards in hand too. So I don't get to draw that many cards at once. What if he just has the Cloning Gallery next turn for lethal? It's unlikely but possible. I still don't trust my chances enough. I think I'll just go with this. Let's go with this now. Next turn I probably will have to take a chance. Of course he might just have the gallery. Okay. He has the gallery, but is it lethal? It's not lethal because there's only 1 Radiant Elemental. There's also nothing with charge here, because I already saw the... And I have been holding on to this fan. So now I will fan. One of these will live, and I will win. Take that, Clone Priest. Keeping the Strider, hoping for some spiders. We have not seen a lot of spiders. I'm now have started to be a little bit better at drawing these Striders. Hunter kept 2 cards. I'm going first, so if he doesn't have a Diamole, and he can't really play a Spring Paw here. So that's something. Yeah, coining a 2-drop is much stronger than playing something like a Spring Paw out there. Just then I need to answer this by hitting into it. And then he could have a Crackling Razor Maw to buff this. That can also happen. Is that a little bit awkward now? I can obviously backstab and deckhand these away, but then I don't get to develop anything. I suppose that has to be accepted. Because those hyenas are just so scary.
Here we go.
Those hyenas are just a little bit too scary. I can still play a Falderai Strider next turn. Hope he doesn't have a good animal companion here. No, but this will still give him a lot of tempo later on. But it gives me this opening. I could do Henchclan Tug and Firefly. Or I can do Falderai Strider. I think I do the Falderai. Because drawing those spiders is key to actually winning. I need to get those spiders in the deck as soon as I can. So that I have a chance to draw them. Oh, it's a secret build. Oh no, double secrets. That probably means Spellstone next turn. Oh boy. How can I beat Spellstone next turn? This was incorrect. I needed to play the Firefly first in case there's a snipe. Lucky there was not. I need to wait now. But now that card is probably a Spellstone, that card that he kept. Now that he played double secrets. Well, it might have been a Spellstone before not, but he sure had a Spellstone anyway. I don't have enough mana to actually get to play the Shadow Blade. So let's see about those secrets. There is a Venom Strike. And there's also snakes. Holy moly. That was a pretty sweet secret hand. Need to get the Henge Clan tag out there.
Too soon.
Need to get a Dread Corsair out there this turn.
Blood and plunder.
Here
Can dagger down one of those snakes. And then I suppose I will take 2 value trades here. Because this Emperor Cobra can kill any of my minions anyway, but it will also die to any of my minions. Right now anyway. But if there's like a Spring Paw, then this looks really good for the Hunter. Is Double Hyena could play that early anyways? Yeah, Double Hyena is always pretty good. Because it's so tricky to kill them both. When one starts growing after the other, something has been done to the other. Oh, that was very, very good. Happens. Does he have the Spring Paw? All of the secrets nowadays are different. So there's no more Snake or Venom Strike. So that secret is activated when I hit him in the face. Or it could be Freezing Trap. Ah, it looks like a Freezing Trap now. Okay. Why did I have to draw a pirate? Now I only have 1 pirate left for the raiding party. Here's the Flame Elemental raiding party that I have prepared. So that I can play my Shadow Blade. And I can use the Shadow Blade to kill the poisonous minion. Anyway, there's Freezing Trap, Explosive Trap. Stuff like that is still left in the deck. And he has a bunch of those beasts that he drew with the Master's Call. So we'll see. Next turn is a green skin Dread Corsair turn. Almost inevitably, in order to buff up this Shadow Blade. So that I can kill something like a Misha that he might summon here from an animal companion. Thunder Rhino is really strong. This is probably a Freezing Trap. He might just have lethal with some kill commands or stuff. Okay. Is it a Freezing Trap? I believe it is a Freezing Trap, but I'm not sure. I'll test with the deck hand. I believe that is a Freezing Trap, and I am correct. It is indeed a Freezing Trap. Then I will play the green skin. Buff up my weapon a little bit. I'll play the Dread Corsair to have a taunt on the way. I will backstab his 3/2 minion. I will trade away his 3/3 minion. I will kill his Thunder Rhino and I will push face damage. But, unfortunately, I am within reach of kill commands at the moment. So if there's a couple of kill commands out there, 1 kill command drawn on turn 6, and 2nd kill command top deck onto this turn. Yeah, we do this. Let's see, the priest kept 2 cards. I think I'll play 1 Southsea deckhand out there now. Just in case, this allows me to react to something like a Radiant Elemental played from hand this turn. And we can start punching a little bit of damage in. Okay. He got 1 Shadow Visions off, so probably an OTK priest again. Everyone is an OTK priest. We keep trying to push a little bit here. Now that I have this deckhand out here, that means that if I play the Strider, then the board might just be wiped. But we'll see what happens. We can also just wait. If I play Strider and the attacks go the wrong way, I will lose the whole board. So I think it might be too early to do that. Giving him a Great Mass Hysteria is just not something I want to do. But I can afford to play the Firefly out there. Yeah, this is acceptable. They also play Raiding Party. Draw 3 cards. Yeah, that seems like a reasonable idea. Let's draw those cards here.
Here we go.
And keep using these to push a little bit. We can improve the rest of my draws by drawing these pirates away so that I can more likely find stuff like Gold Bloods. Now, Mass Hysteria does not obviously wipe this board. But it does mean that the tug went down to 2 when the attacks went both into it. They could have also went to each other and tug could have survived at full health. So this could give an opening to Celiax. Or there could be another Mass Hysteria. What is the likelihood of another Mass Hysteria compared to simply a Celiax? I think I'll give this a try. Now another Mass Hysteria would wipe this board. But Celiax would not. So I'll give this a try. Already seen one Mass Hysteria, so what's the likelihood there's a second one? And Celiax would only hit into this Dread Corsair. One Holy Smite and a Spirit Lash. Beautiful. But I probably want to kill the Radiant Elemental, because Radiant Elementals are a bit scary. Allows him to do like Gallery much earlier or stuff like that. So I think I need to do a Falderai Strider here.
Welcome to my web.
Now we can get some spiders into the deck. Coining the Shadowblade isn't that great. But I think I do need to kill that one. This opens up some space for him to Celiax. Well, not really. Celiax is still not awesome here. It looks like he's waiting for the Gallery turn. And he can also have Psychic Scream, of course. I think I need to set up the Shadowblade now. The first Shadowblade. I can push 9. That is still insufficient if he has a Scream. But I think that's the best line I have here. So we push with these. I don't play the Dread Corsair out there yet. He already needs to answer this board. But if he screams now and has Gallery OTK next turn, then that works out. So does he have the Gallery OTK next turn is the big question. 12 and I have 8, 9, 10 damage here. I could try to look for more, but it's uncertain whether I would succeed. So if he has the Gallery and he kills me next turn, then, well, then that happens.
Blood and plunder.
Here we go.
Put him down to 8. Yeah, I'm 2 off here. So now we get to see if I die on turn 9 once again. I die on turn 9 against this deck the majority of my games nowadays for some reason. But only one Radiant Elemental means that I don't die. It means that he dies. I saved this fan. So then we just fan a little bit. I can even sap his Celiax, and then he will die. Going in first. What kind of Warlock? I think Firefly is enough. I'm looking for something like a Cold Blood here. I haven't been able to do that Firefly Cold Blood a single time today. And this was supposed to be a farewell to Miracle Rogue. But I haven't even found my Cold Bloods to actually do anything with them. I'm kind of intrigued about prepping that raiding party. Yeah, we're totally prepping that raiding party here. Play Flame Elemental or Dagger Up. How likely is it that I will Shadowblade next turn? If I Dagger Up, I could also play Direct Corsair next turn. I'll Dagger Up, but I will also hit face with the dagger, because I'm likely to. There's also a possibility that I play Shadowblade next turn. This will also leave Flame Elemental as a potential combo activator in hand, because there might not be anything to backstab. Another raiding party, seriously? Well, that would draw the other Shadowblade, but I can't combo it yet, so... This turn looks like this, to me. There can of course be something like Coin Hellfire or something, but we'll see. I still don't even know if this is Cubelock or Midrange Warlock or what is this. This has been a better day. I think I want to draw the rest of those pirates, because I want to start drawing other stuff than those pirates. I can use this one to trade there. This one goes face. But if he coins the skull this turn, then obviously that's going to be a problem. Just a mountain giant, but it is a Cubelock. Well, that's good to know. So I could kill the mountain giant. But should I kill the mountain giant? Because I also have the alternative to just go all face here. Too bad I haven't found a Cold Blood yet. I think I will backstab the giant a little bit. Let's tickle it a little. Let's tickle the giant a bit and then hit some face damage in. Something like this. Put him down to 12. Can't do Lackey into Pact yet. But of course there can be spellstones and stuff. That's a spellstone. Do I mind one giant hit though? Next turn he could coin Lackey into Pact, so I want to sap the Void Lord, if there is one. I really would have enjoyed a Cold Blood or something like that. Probably need to fan a little bit here. And there's my Cold Blood. That's what I was looking for. The Cold Blood. I'm still not killing a giant here. I want to hit face.
Here we go.
I think hitting face is great.
Too soon.
I think Dagger Up will do. Let's try. I don't quite have enough from hand, maybe. We'll see. He could Lackey and coin Pact. Oh, he goes for Doom God. And double trades. Whoa, he's scared. But I don't have the damage. I have 7. I have 7 damage. What if I prep the Myras? Too early to prep the Myras. Prep Myras will be next turn. This turn will be Shadowblade. And I will use one of the deckhands to kill this Doom God. This fellow can just kill a Doom God here. so he doesn't get to resurrect that or do any cube shenanigans. And I can play the Dread Corsair, and I can play the Flame Elemental, and I can hit him in the face. And this will give me the smallest hand, so that I will have the best chance to get lethal with Prep Myras if I choose to do that next turn. That will still leave me with 6 more mana after the Myras. I've seen one Spellstone. Okay, he's at 9. I don't need to do my Prep Myras. I wanted to do... I so prepared for that. I had so prepared for that play. I had saps and everything. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the show, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more.